Interlude of Magic. The first thing Jaden saw when he woke up was Magic staring down at him. Hi? Jaden spoke, his voice still rough from just waking up. Magic tilted their head. Any dreams? They asked. Jaden frowned in confusion. No? Why? Jaden asked. Magic let out a tisk before standing up. Irrelevant. Get up. You're going to do some magic now, Magic said, taking a few steps back. So, how am I going to do magic? I can do that gate opening thing and that's it. Besides, it's not like you've given me much instruction in this whole magic department to begin with, Jaden said while standing up. That's not true. I've told you about some basic theorems, a general overview on how humans have magic, ways in obtaining it and using magic, and helping you open your gate, Magic argued. Yeah, but I still don't know how to do magic, Jaden countered. Magic let out a sigh. Fair, but that's what you'll be doing today. Practical magic, or rather basic elemental magic, and elemental manipulation. And where will I start? What are the basic elements in magic? Earth, water, fire, and lightning. Those 4 elements also correspond to their difficulty. Earth magic being the easiest, and lightning magic being the most difficult. So, we'll begin with the most basic exercise, Magic said with a coy smile. They lifted up a hand, and suddenly a pebble was in their palm. Magic languidly tossed the pebble between their hands. Your first challenge will be to lift this pebble. But it's so small. You ever watch Star Wars? Magic questioned. Yeah? Then you should know that size matters not, Magic said, before tossing the stone to the ground behind them and stepping to the side. This is a simple task that beginning mages often start with. It's simple to do, and it'll also drain you of all your magic. How is that last part helpful? Jaden asked incredulously. It'll teach you what it's like to be drained of magic, so when you're more experienced, you'll know when you're reaching your magical limits, Magic said, while walking over to Jaden. They put their hands on Jaden's shoulders. Now, are you ready? Yeah? Louder! Yeah, Jaden said, slightly louder. Louder! And more conviction, Magic said, shaking Jaden's shoulders. Yeah, Jaden said, marginally louder than before. Do I have to yell? Magic sighed. No, it's fine though. Alright, magic isn't necessarily a visual skill. You'll have to rely on your other senses to aid you. You can see the rock, correct? Jaden nodded, staring at the stone. Yeah? Good. Now close your eyes, Magic said, and Jaden complied. In order to move the rock, you'll need 2 things. Power and will. You have the power, now you just need to will your desire into existence. You don't need to see the rock in order to lift it, you just need to will it. Don't concern yourself with the physical form of the rock, you just need to see its conceptual form. Jaden took a breath in and imagined the rock on the ground. Jaden felt Magic's hands lift from his shoulders and their footsteps getting further away from him. Jaden reconjured the image in his mind. He imagined lifting the rock. But if he was supposed to feel or sense something, he couldn't. Sometimes getting into a pose or doing some kind of movement helps, Magic spoke. They were most likely floating in the air, judging by how they sounded. Jaden moved his right leg back and partially stretched out his arm towards the rock. There was an immediate change in how Jaden felt. He felt a kind of floaty feeling, with a mild buzz running through his entire body. Jaden took another deep breath in, and tried again. He visualized the rock in his mind. Jaden imagined the rock floating up in the air, and this time, he moved his hand up in time with the rock. He noticed there was a phantom pressure on his fingertips. Jaden stopped the rock when it was roughly at the height of his hand. The mortal peeked an eye open, and saw the rock floating in the air. Jaden felt himself get excited and partially lost his focus, causing the rock to warble in the air. Quickly, he got a hold of his emotions, and the rock restabilized itself. Jaden closed his eye and asked, "Now what do I do?" "Whatever you want. I recommend you keep it simple for now, though." Jaden opened his hand and raised it. He imagined the rock going to his hand and quickly flexed his fingers back. He wasn't entirely sure what he should have expected, but the dull thwack in his palm was not it. Jaden's eyes snapped open as he scrambled to properly catch the small pebble, only to end up using both hands to clutch the pebble to his chest and ending up on the ground. Magic's joyous laughter echoed all around Jaden. "Yes!" Magic cried out. "Real magic! You did it!" Magic said, doing several flips and spins in the air. Jaden looked at the pebble in his hand and smiled. He did this. "I did it," Jaden spoke to himself softly. He let out a small huff of laughter. His victory was unfortunately short-lived, as a wave of fatigue washed over him. Jaden's head lulled, and more or less lost feeling in his limbs. He was about to pass out until... Jaden jolted up. He looked over at Magic. "You're not going to pass out just yet," Magic said. "You still have 3 other elements to work on." Jaden pocketed the rock and stood up with a determined look. "I'm ready."